Welcome back, everybody, to Reality Reactions. And you have TJ here and my wonderful daughter.
Hi guys.
And we're back again for another reaction of a court case.
Mhm.
Are you guys ready? You guys got your tea? Because we got our tea.
Yeah, bring the snacks cuz we got the tea.
So here we go.
All right.
Paulita Gordon says the defendant was her Chicago step dance instructor, and they soon started dating and had a child. However, Paulita left the defendant because he's an abusive drunk, and she's suing him today for the value of a car. Defendant Charles Cook says Paulita was the abusive, controlling one who constantly accused him of cheating, and now she uses...
I'm already pausing.
Who do you think was the controlling one? I mean, you can't judge a book by its cover, but who do you think was the controlling?
Mama's 25 seconds in, y'all. And Mama's already into this. She's like, who you think? I don't know. I think they both have a little hand at something. Yeah. I think they both.
Takes two to tango. There you go.
Their son against him. He's countersuing for the value of a truck.
All rise.
Okay.
This court is now in session.
Looking clean.
The Honorable.
Go on, baby.
You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Okay, Your Honor, I met Mr. Cooks in 2010. I had just lost my father that year, and my son went off to the military. So I had a great loss. So his 20-year difference was really not a big deal. I thought maybe I needed some maturity. We met at a club. So I was...
She said, I thought I needed some maturity, but we met at a club. Good start, girl.
Not that much of maturity.
Good
not
start.
Like they've already gotten out of that stage. She wanted them still be in that stage, you know.
He was really smooth on the dance floor. So 2 years later, we had a son.
Now I want to know, you don't jump too quick. How long after you started that first in-house dance routine did you all get together, and who hit on who? I'm sure he did the hit.
He absolutely did. He told me that he saw me as soon as I walked through the door that night. So I found that out later on.
That's an old.
I love how like she's saying, you know, he told me he saw me when he first looked through the door or whatever, but his face is like,
oh, because I was asking you who did you think was the more domineering? He's like, I already got my mind made up. I know what I'm gonna say.
He's over this.
And that's it.
Yeah, he is over this. Okay.
That he already had eyes on me, so he went in for the kill, and he got it.
And you all dated how long?
We dated for about 2 years, 2012.
All right, why did you all break up?
We broke up because, you know, the partying, the drinking constantly didn't stop. I mean, he kept going, and I thought that after we had our son that it would kind of slow down, and it didn't, and it became an abusive relationship.
He's a womanizer?
Absolutely. I talked to women that he's dated in the past that were like, hey girl, before you were even born, you know, he was womanizing and assaulting women. So
but that, I mean, can she really blame him? She met him in a club. She wanted maturity and she met him in a club.
I guess she didn't know where else to go for maturity.
Like a book, Barnes and Nobles.
Is that where you go?
I mean, maturity, you think it's somebody who likes to read.
Well, everybody, I say go to church. Okay, go ahead.
You tell me about your respond to the things she said, if you like.
I did meet her in 2010, and we did, date till we had the son and everything.
What happened?
Well, she started accusing me of things that I know I didn't do. Yeah, I'm a dancing instructor. You know a lot of people. I don't only just teach women, I teach men's too. So she took it to another level. Okay, you this, so it started being abusive towards me. She was trying to control everything that I done. You can't do this, I'm gonna do this, you can't do this. So after my son was born, she used that against me. I'm gonna throw him on you. That's the way I taken it.
What does that mean?
When she had to go somewhere, she'll just drop and not call me and say, okay, well, what you got to do? Okay, I got to go to work. Well, I got to go to work too. But okay, here's some clothes.
No
right?
notice.
So
So he had no more freedom. That was the problem. He was upset that now that there's a child involved and we both got responsibilities, he wanted to be free as a bird and do what he need to do. Don't drop this child on me. That's what he was saying.
But where she messed up was, she said, I thought the child would slow him down. You cannot expect adding additional responsibility to make them mature.
Right.
They have to be mature first. And then, I mean, if I'm in a relationship, I want the person to show me that they're mature first before we take that next step to something with more responsibility.
Right. And what does your mother always tell you about men? What about you can't change them?
They want to change. They have to change themselves. And that's true. A man is not going to change for nobody but what he wants for himself.
Right. And
Come on,
Okay.
Judge Mathis.
Well, ma'am, I do want to get this addressed. What he's saying about the child, that's more important to me than what we're doing here today. So what do you want to say to that?
Your Honor, unfortunately, our son has behavioral issues and he is in a behavioral hospital. He decided to act up in school and make some threats against some people, true his style in terms of being aggressive and abusive to others. And so that is why he is there, because the school recommended it. It is not because of me.
9 years old in the psych ward.
I mean, what did the baby go through to be 9 years old?
But what really it's making me mad is her face when he's saying it.
Or is it a
She's
chemical imbalance?
That's how she's looking.
Maybe she got some issues.
The relationship actually ended, and I do have proof here, because of an abuse situation that kept going. Whenever he drinks, he decides to be abusive. And when Charlie, our son, was 3 months old, I decided that I did not want that anymore. I did not want that lifestyle. And still today, he continues to go out. He continues to drink. He continues to date younger women. And Your Honor, I feel like Charlie needs more support and stability in his life. Charlie was supposed to be in football this year. Dad decided not to take him, drove by Dad's house. He was in the yard drinking, partying, playing dominoes. Child's supposed to be in football practice. Dad refuses to take him.
Dad, I need you to take me to football. I said, how can I? I don't have no transportation right now.
He said, tell your mama to take you.
You don't have transportation?
I don't have transportation.
How you see all your women? They come over?
Well, I don't see them, but if they're going to walk by, I see them. If them the ones I...
Drive-by relationship.
All I could think of was, walk on by.
I know, I'm thinking that too. I was thinking that too. I feel like after the first year or two, the person really starts to drop down their little fake facade and trying to be perfect all the time. So after 6 years, yeah, she knew something. But she probably liked the drama.
I don't think so.
There's some girls who like the drama.
I don't think she's one of those.
That happy women, man. What happened with the car you swung?
So with the car, I was in Seattle at an educational convention, and yes, the boys were with him. So I had an apartment so that we could effectively co-parent. I had the apartment in my name because he could not get an apartment in his name. I left the boys with him for the weekend. True Cook style. He's going to go out and party and drink. Hopped in my car, dropped the boys off at my mother's at son-father time. He drops them off so he can go to the club, totaled my car.
The police come to the scene?
Police came to that scene on the freeway.
You have a report?
No, sir. They didn't write a report.
Did you get a ticket?
No, sir.
Okay, so we don't really know because there's nothing in writing. All I can do is take your word for it.
Yes, sir.
All right. And you believe that if you keep a car at your house every day, you have total authority over it. When something happens to it, you don't have to pay the person who took the loss.
No, sir. I didn't mean it like that. I mean that.
All right. So what do you have where he says he's going to pay for some or all? What
no,
page is that? Oh, my goodness, this looks horrible.
I have on page 8 of my evidence, Your Honor, where he says that he will take it and he will make it right. I have on page 7 as well that he will make it right, that he will fix this problem and get that car running for my son. And Nope, he on page 6, Your Honor, I have where he actually admitted to wrecking the car. And if you will see on page 6, Your Honor, I told him, I said, you have some nerve to wreck my car, then go get in another one. How dare you? This is my text to him.
What'd he say?
I know.
And he said, oh, why are you going off on me? It wasn't my accident. I could have been dead.
Her evidence says all. And that's why you're going to pay all. $5,000 is your judgment.
Thank you.
Your evidence says he agreed to pay for it all. He says that he only agreed to pay half, but he has no way to prove that. Out of all these communications, you showed me about 8 pages of communications. And all those 8 pages, all I saw with regard to who's paying is you. So if he took it without your permission, he has responsibility for what happens after taking it. Have a good day. Your claim is dismissed. That's for the claim.
And I hope by now, I hope that baby is together, 9 years old and in a
He's gonna have
psych
that.
ward.
He's gonna have that on him for the rest of his life. That is gonna be with him for.
Well, I hope that somebody's caring for his mental health.
Yeah.
You know,
It seems like she's an okay mom.
in this case, he said he couldn't reach her. She said he couldn't reach him. Somebody's not telling the truth, or neither one of them
They
are
playing
accepting
games.
calls.
When people do that, like you're making the kids suffer because you guys don't want to be adults. That child did not ask to be in this world. When you have a child, you need to be ready and prepared and be the mature person that she was looking for, and be that that person. If the spouse or the partner cannot be, then you need to be. She was trying to be fair with buying him the apartment and all that stuff to make sure he had somewhere to go. And I mean, she was letting him use her car. She was gonna buy him a car, but I mean, she did all that for you to try to help you, and you still acting up. Well, folks.
Well, that does it for this episode of Reality Reactions with TJ and
Rachel.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Yes.
Hit that notification button.
Yes.
And you know what we want. Like. So we'll see you again on the next time. All right.
Later, Gators.
Bye, everybody.